Hi, I'm Mike Morales. You're watching our Sipping Off the Cuff Brand of Promise Award ceremony for 2016. I'm here in San Antonio. That gentleman over there is
Rick Levy in San Diego.
Rick. We This has been so much fun to hand out these awards. It's been a long season. 2016, we saw a lot of quality brands, and I can't say enough about this next category. This is the Legacy Gateway Mezcal category in extra añejo. Okay, and you and I fell all over ourselves with this brand. So here it goes. The gold medal goes to Scorpion Mezcal.
A 5-year XA
Check it out.
with the Scorpion.
With the Scorpion.
Inside.
Hey, by the way, when we get to the bottom of this, are we gonna eat the Scorpion?
We probably will. I think so.
Oh, will we remember that we ate the Scorpion? I'm not sure. There's no telling.
You bring the cigar. You bring the cigars. And
You're on, man. You're on. We're gonna need a whole lot of palate cleanser for that one, man. That's all I can tell you. Wow, we fell all over ourselves on this again. This is a legacy brand. They've been around. They're an overnight 20-year success, right? Doug French and Barbara Sweetman, who were just great at getting finally. I mean, it took, we've been around for 18 years. This is our 18th year now. They've been around for 20. So we all kind of grew up together in the same neighborhood, right? But we've never really, crossed paths until last year. And Rick, you were telling me that this 5-year, it goes for how much?
I believe it goes for 200 for that bottle.
But that's not bad. This is a full 750. It is a 5-year. You can see it on the label. And again, this is not a huge producer. He only makes small batches, very much in the same vein as Carlos Camarena when he was still when he were making Felipe El Tesoro de Don Felipe. He was making small batches, making it, and storing it, making it and storing it, aging it, making it, storing it. And now there's enough of it to go around. But it's not like he's mass producing. He's had to make a lot of this stuff, in small batches and rest a lot of it. And I think that
and he's done a lot of work cultivating his own plants too.
Yes,
and that's very interesting.
He's doing a lot for sustainability. He's very concerned about the sustainability of of maguey in general because he lives in Oaxaca. His palenque is in Oaxaca, and now he's growing, small estates. I can't even call them estates, of small plots of different agave that people were saying that you couldn't. In fact, I read some information from him that these were plants that people kept saying, no, they have to grow wild. You can't grow them commercially. And he is disproving the myth. He's dispelling that myth and growing small plots of what they said was could not commercially or domestically be grown agave. He's doing
which makes it more sustainable.
Of course.
Better for the species.
Yeah, it's what am I looking at? $219 for the pricing on that. So this and it's worth every penny. I got to tell you,
it's delicious.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
With or without the Scorpion, whether you eat the Scorpion or not. And if I remind me, I'm going to have to ask him about that. It was a gimmick. He admits that it was a gimmick. But it turned out to help. It helped his marketing. It really helped move, mezcal off the shelf, which is really what he needed. Everybody got tired of putting. Now they have
worms
mezcal.
are for wimps.
yeah, worms are for wimps. Nowadays you see sotols with snakes, and you see stuff with You see vodka with scorpions now. Everybody kind of, they've taken this mantle and, they've taken this symbol and ridden with it. But they started it. And again, there are gold medal winners. If you have to start at any level, entry level, and with quality, that for a brand that's been around at entry level for 20 years, this is your brand right here, and it's worth every penny. Every penny. Beautiful. And this is one of those, it's a nice bottle. It's a nice decanter. You really can save it and refill it if you want to. But whatever you do, if you eat the scorpion, tell us. Tell us how it tastes. If it tastes like chicken, tell us that too.
It's not a pechuga.
Yeah, it's not a pechuga or anything like that. But this is just a stellar line, and there's more coming from them. Rick and I will be tasting and dissecting more of Scorpion's offerings, because they've
stay tuned in 2017.
Yeah, in 2017. So stay tuned with us. But again, gold medal, very well deserved. Go find anything else you want to say about the brand, Rick? While we're still on camera here, while I'm
I think
flashing.
It's great stuff. It is a great way to introduce yourself to the world of mezcal.
Yeah, and again, mezcal traditionally, if you look at the previous sipping off the cuffs or our award ceremony, you'll notice that most of your mezcals are unaged, and he was one of the first ones to place them in barrels. He had to store them someplace because he was always at a certain point in the timeline. He had been overproducing more than he was selling, so he had to put it somewhere. And you're out in the middle of Oaxaca. Well, what do? You stick it in barrels, and that's what he did. So this you can be sure it's not a blend. This was stuck in a barrel for 5 years before he could sell it. So before there was a demand for something of this age, and I gotta say that the wood does not, it enhances the mezcal flavor. It doesn't, with tequila,
it doesn't take over the profile.
Right.
You still get a lot of the plant.
Yes. With tequila, anything that's aged over 5 to 7 years, it starts to taste like something else. But with mezcal, we're very fortunate that there's such a hardy plant, and if it's done the right way, it maintains the flavor profile and just adds another layer of complexity. And
yeah, it starts with just such a big three-dimensional profile.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so this great dessert mezcal, great cigar mezcal, great after dinner mezcal. It's a really multi-purpose. You're gonna get a lot for your $200. So again, that was our Brands of Promise in the Legacy Extra Añejo. Stay tuned. We will be back with our next category, so don't